That was the start of CPF in Williams Lake in 1988. The teacher sent home a letter to say that they needed somebody to board the person from the BC provincial office. And so I got back to her and said, well, all right, I can do that if nobody else volunteers. Well, because my husband and I both work for the telephone company, and one of his friends that worked for the company as well, they were putting their son in French immersion. So Wayne decided that we ought to put our younger son, Tyson, in immersion to further his job capabilities when he got older. Yeah. So, you know, that led to all of this work and fun and learning, you know, over the years. It's amazing. For me, traveling across the country, if at times I thought, oh geez, do I have to do one more thing? That was one of the things that kept me going, was, you know, meeting all these people, right? That's what re-energized me all the time, is going to, you know, either provincial or national conventions. Like, I was fired up for the year. And if I wasn't, I told myself I better be, because I just got back from Ottawa. It totally changed the way I conducted my life, because of the training that we were given, both at the provincial and the national level, about how a board worked and all of those things. Financial, promotional, about the language, the history worldwide of French, you know, because I mean, if you're going to speak to that, you have to know that. Gosh, I'll have to look up in the 12th conference. I usually took, you know, whatever I could. Oh yes, francophone entertainment, teacher training. The workshops that could be taken are amazing. One of the jobs I had at one time, you know, because it was before the age of the computer really, was to do cutouts of things, and then we were supposed to address them, right? And that's the other interesting part about being interviewed or whatever, because we had classes in Vancouver on how to be interviewed. Interestingly enough, Dr. Joan Netton, who was the head of CPF when I left, was absolutely amazingly good at recognizing each person individually for what they were and what they could contribute. Because, you know, when you have a board of people, there's all these different individual personalities and abilities and jobs and family situations. It's real work. I got myself into a real state over it because we'd had a couple of meetings, and at that time I hadn't quite learned about how to motivate a volunteer. Anyways, there was a course at the college on putting on a convention. What she taught me in that day is that you have to understand the strengths of the people you're working with. I called a meeting at our place, and I just went around the table and I asked each one of them what they would like to do. And they all said what they'd like to do, and I said, there you go, have at it. Williams Lake. Willie was the big cowboy, and he went to the airport and met all the delegates. And one of the gals that's still in the bluegrass, she did line dancing with all the delegates. Well, to show the dedication, like her mother died that day. Did she say, no, I can't come to the convention? Nope. She arrived there and did line dancing, and then never said a word to me till after. You know, I've just never forgot some of these things that people did, you know. We did a lot of work and we had a lot of fun.